Hey there, Heather Boyd here, and welcome to day 8 of this 10-day Squeegee Art Challenge. Be sure to tag me on Instagram at heatherboyd.art if you create any of the squeegee art from the challenge. And without further ado, here's today's tutorial. Today I'm making inspirational word squeegee art. I'm using the Folk Art acrylics. I have a 10-inch squeegee and a 140-pound watercolor paper. Now I made a few attempts before I actually got an idea that worked. I started by drawing out the word inspire, and then I globbed down a bunch of paint underneath each letter. I did sort of rainbow colors and did random designs all over underneath the word. I was just playing around with this. Squeegee art is all about experimenting and trial and error. This was one starting point that I did for this project, and then I just squeegeed the colors down, and it didn't really work how I planned. It didn't look that great, so I went over it a few times, and then my letters got covered a little bit, so that was a bit of an issue. And I wanted to fill out the paper a little bit more. I've scrapped a lot of these experiments in developing the projects, and then I went even over with more color and it got really globby. So that one didn't work out. So I did a simple one just with the word and a few colors, which was okay. And I decided to try some different ideas. So I went in and masked out the word inspire with painter's tape. I just freeform cut it into pretty, rectangular pieces, and I went ahead and loaded my squeegee with some different colors. This is another approach to squeegee art. Like I said, this whole challenge is about experimenting and exploring. And we quickly see that squeegee art is not as easy as it looks, but it's definitely a fun process. I'm loading up a bunch of different colors on the squeegee. I think I overdid it a little bit, maybe put on too many colors, adding some white so it's a little lighter. And from there, I just went ahead, flipped it, and pulled the paint down over the paper. I just tapped my squeegee a little bit to get the paint down and hold the paper firmly. You can tape it in place if it's easier. And we are going to pull the paint down the paper to see how it looks. It's not too bad. And once it's dry, it dries really quickly. We're going to remove the tape to expose the word. So we'll peel off that painter's tape carefully. It comes off pretty well. It's designed for this type of thing. So we'll peel them all off, and we have our word. And it didn't show up as well as I had hoped, so I went ahead and used the Sharpie to outline the letters, just to make them pop a little bit more. This was a really fun experiment. I had some ideas in mind that didn't work out, and then you guys can use whichever idea you like in the challenge to make something that you are happy with. So that one was all right, not the best. And now I'm going to put the painter's tape on some wax paper to make some letters. So we're going to go ahead and draw the word love on the painter's tape, which is on the wax paper. And we are going to cut these out. So we have our little letters that we can put on our watercolor paper. So we'll cut out all the shapes. There's the L. Now it's a little tricky to pull off the back, so you'll see I'll do a little trick to help you with that. Here's the L. We're going to position it so the word will be centered on the paper rub it down a little bit, and then I actually folded down the end of the wax paper on the E so it'll be easier to peel off. So just fold one corner, and then you can cut out the letter, and then when you go to peel off the wax paper, it's going to be much easier. So we'll go around and cut out the E, and then that way when we get up to that top corner, we're going to be able to just peel back the wax paper. So we have a little something to hang on to. Remove the wax paper. And now we'll place it on the paper. Now the sky is the limit with this, how you want to decorate it with the paint. I just went in with some abstract strokes and spirals and hearts. This is the fun part. You can play around with it. You could use fewer colors. You could use a lot of colors. This one is very experimental. I actually alternated with the Liquitex soft body paints. All the materials will be listed in the description of the videos. Use whatever paints you have on hand. You can use dollar store paints as well. You can even dilute the paints if you need to on a palette. It's nice to have some lighter colors as well, so it's not too dark. You can add white as well. The soft body acrylics are nice because they come in a little dispenser. This is the folk art in the larger pot. You can also put these in little squeezy bottles if you like, so not too much paint comes out. I'm going over with some white. I ended up having a little too much paint on this, but this is something you're going to have to experiment with. And now with the squeegee, we're going to pull it across. And if you don't like it, you can go over it again. My paint is quite thick. Once it's 100% dry, you can remove your tape. Makes a nice border on it. Would make a great greeting card. And now you can remove your tape, just pulling it off gently. And you'll see the word love comes out. Very sweet, just in time for Valentine's Day. And then if you like, you can outline the letters with some metallic marker or any marker that you like. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more art tutorials and 10-day challenges. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at heatherboyd.art and tag me if you create any of the squeegee art from the 10-day challenge. Have fun with the projects, and we'll see you the next time.